Welcome back to the channel, folks. So this time I'm in the bunk. I've got my laptop out. I've got some notes here. I wanted to bring you this because to me it is just sickening what is going on in North Carolina. At first, right after I did my video of getting out of North Carolina, you can go back and watch that video. Right, the day before the hurricane hit, I was in North Carolina. I went through I-40 through the gorge. Another truck driver friend of mine was behind me. He got out as well. We just ran into some really heavy rain along the way. I knew that it was going to get bad with flooding. I didn't know that it would get to this extent that it is now. And it totally caught North Carolina off guard as well. Now, what the media and what corporations and FEMA and all of this want you to think is America and Americans are coming together and helping North Carolina out. In part, that is true. In part, that is true. But you dig a little deeper and you see the dark, slimy underside of what is going on. The very first thing that caught my eye to where I wanted to do this video here was Elon Musk come out on X and said SpaceX engineers are trying to deliver Starlink terminals and supplies to devastated areas in North Carolina right now, and FEMA is both failing to help and won't let others help. This is unconscionable. They just took this video a few hours ago where you can see the level of devastation: roads, houses, electricity, water supply, and ground internet connections completely destroyed. So there was a video, I didn't save that video, but then I got to thinking maybe it was a political stunt coming from Elon Musk. You know, he's a Trump supporter now, so it's a political stunt, right? So that's not really what's going on. And then I started digging a little deeper. And the deeper that I dug into this story, the worse it got. This is appalling. It is absolutely appalling what is going on. The next thing I saw was a friend of mine from Facebook posted this. We are out $6,100 so far for cleaning trees and the lifted stumps out of our yard. Our shed is open to the sky, and we aren't certain what equipment is lost yet. We haven't been able to go in and check it because of the guys working in the yard. We also just found out that we need an electrician per the lineman to rewire the dry rotted power lines to our house. He taped it for us and said the power company no longer covers from the pole to the home. We lost food in 2 refrigerators and a freezer. Bought our first generator, which was $799. That's $799. It's just overwhelming. Above all, we need prayers specifically for my husband's health. His cognitive function is declining rapidly. And then I dug even deeper. And I came up with a reply on this channel from a subscriber. Sort of funny that there wasn't any FEMA loads on any of the 20 load boards that I have. The big YouTubers did not donate their trucks to the cause. Something fishy is going on. God bless America and all the ships at sea. Then I started digging deeper, and it got worse. There are FEMA loads. There are. I have a friend that works for Power Only. He works for a company that I used to work for. He told me that there was one FEMA load that was available to him and to his company. Now, I want to give you a little history about this. When I worked for that company, I think I left there in 2015. He's still there. He never quit. He's still working with that Power Only company. The Power Only that we did with that was no loads. We did not do any loaded trailers whatsoever. We only moved new trailers or used trailers from the manufacturer to the dealership, or from a used dealership lot to, a customer. We just shifted trailers around. But when FEMA came up with something, I was in Hurricane Sandy. If you remember Hurricane Sandy up in New York City, I was part of the relief effort for that. I took some trailers that had been modified into showers and toilets up there to set out in a college. I don't remember the name of the college, but they had set a preparedness encampment thing on the college campus. And I was bringing trailers up there, dropping them off, and bobtailing out. And those trailers, they came out of a little town in Missouri going up to New York City. They paid me, I think, $7,800 per trailer to go up there. Okay. FEMA pays really well. When Hurricane Katrina hit, there was a lot of RV camper trailers brought down to New Orleans area for people to live in that had lost everything they had. He told me that this friend of mine told me the only load that they have access to is a water load coming out of Texas, going to North Carolina, paying $800. You heard that right. $800 on a 45,000 pound load of FEMA water. He pulled one, and he said it was 81,000 pounds gross going out there. And he said, no more. I'm not doing any more. The other thing that would normally happen is your hours of service would be waived, but you had to have this sheet of paper that you handed to scale houses and stuff. I actually got stopped up in New Jersey when I was going to Hurricane Sandy up there. They called it a nor'eastern, but it was a hurricane. They just have a different name for it up there. I actually got stopped at a weigh scale. I pulled this paper out, handed it to the DOT officer. He read it. He said, "You're part of the relief effort?" I said, "Yes, sir." He handed me the paper back. He said, "Go ahead. You're clear to go." I have heard through the grapevine that there's a couple of companies that have been waived on the hours of service rules. They're not small companies. They're major corporate companies. I'll put up a convoy right here showing one of those companies, and everyone's saying, "Oh, that's wonderful. Look at the convoy that's bringing the supplies to North Carolina." Who is it? Major corporate company. Here you go. The other bad thing about it is FEMA is actively blocking, like I said earlier about the Starlink with Elon Musk, they're actually blocking relief efforts. I'm going to put up a video right here of a lady describing how she was blocked and what she is going through. FEMA has basically came in and set forth their rules and said, this is the way it's going to go. This is ours. We are in control of everything. And they're shutting everything down. They're shutting everybody off. I'll let you watch the video and then I'll come back and discuss what's going on with you.
We will be here for the long haul.
I think that our government can do more. You know, because we're going to need the help. There's roads gone. There's, it's going to take a lot to rebuild us.
There's so much more that could be done, and giving us $750 if you can even apply for it is ridiculous. And I've only heard of a handful of people getting approved. $750 isn't going to do anything even if you do get approved. Not with the damage we're seeing, not with the hurting that people are going through right now.
Where is the help for Western North Carolina? We can send billions to Ukraine, and we can't help Western North Carolina. We have spent all of this money on all of these people crossing our borders that are open, and now we're telling the people of America, the U.S., that need the money, we can't give you no money. That's our money. We pay it in, we work, and we should receive some benefit from the government.
What is going on here, folks, is FEMA is controlling the situation through the Biden administration, through corporate trucking companies, and they are taking this away from the common people that are trying to do some help. They are wanting to be the superhero in the situation. FEMA, corporate trucking companies, corporate entities. Who is being pushed away? Elon Musk and the average everyday citizen. Why? Because it's all political. This is political games that they are playing, and people's lives are at stake here, and they're wanting to play political games and then turn around and say that the other side is playing political games. Folks, this is not the time to play political games. This is not the time to be evil. This is not the time to stand up and say, I'm the one that took care of this. These are actual people that need help. And it is sickening what FEMA and the Biden administration is doing here. It's sickening. It's sickening what the corporate trucking companies are doing. Sickening. I feel sorry for the people that are living there. I feel sorry for what they're going through. I wish I could do more to help. I wish I could be boots on the ground going through it with them. Just sickening, folks. It is sickening the way North Carolina is being used as a political pull because the Democrats need North Carolina so bad to win this election. They are forcing themselves in there for votes. And it's sick. It is truly sickening. Anyway, I wanted to bring you this story. I wanted to put this stuff out here for you. You make up your mind what's going on. Like I told the commenter, the subscriber to the channel, when he said something fishy is going on, I said, yeah, there is definitely something fishy going on, and I smell a fish too. This is political games. This is evil. You guys stay safe out there. Look out for one another. Help each other out. Stay safe.